Hello and welcome to another TenTastic video. Today we want to talk about a few secrets from cartoons all people love. For this list, we've collected 10 TenTastic facts about animation movies that you may hear for the first time today. So get ready and watch till the end or you may miss out. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more awesome content and share with your friends. I had no idea winter could be so lovely. Frozen was the first Disney film directed by a woman, Jennifer Lee, and it took 70 years to make. According to Kirsten Bell, who plays Anna, her daughter is not a fan of the film. She thinks it's so scary because she was very young when the movie came out. You may get surprised when you find out the symbolism behind Elsa's gloves. Wearing the gloves, it symbolizes how Elsa is hiding her true self. However, once she's on the mountain away from everyone, she feels free, so she takes them off. If you look at Hans, he is wearing gloves too, which indicates something he's hiding. That's why he isn't trusted. Can you guess who was the villain in the story? Actually, it was Elsa, the evil queen, who had a blue face, spiky hair, and a coat made of living weasels. To perfect the fake snow, animators flew to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and spent 2 days playing in the real stuff. The costume crew even created a massive skirt for the animators to experience what it was like to walk through snow like Elsa. Fun, right? Not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. If you love food in Paris, don't get jealous of the Ratatouille filmmakers. Indeed, the Ratatouille team traveled to Paris to explore real-life areas before working on their animated movie. The filmmakers took over 4,500 reference photographs while researching Paris. Paris is a perfect destination, making the Toy Story 3 team who took adventures to a prison and a garbage dump pretty jealous. Director Brad Bird and producer Brad Lewis enjoyed multiple hour-course meals at Thomas Keller's French Laundry in Napa and various fine restaurants in Paris. The team created over 270 pieces of food on the computer and cooked and styled all food items in a real kitchen, then photographed them for reference and eaten. Finally, filmmakers agreed to design rats with toes except for the humans to save time and memory space during animation. Who could believe that toes takes much memory space? And here we came with our number 8 place. Do you know the Luca movie? Remember when you were a kid enjoying endless summer days, no school but having fun with friends, movies and other activities? Luca captured these lovely childhood memories in a beautiful seaside town in Italy. Behind the scenes, Luca is crazier than you could guess. Jack Dylan recorded every single line of Alberto in his mother's closet. In addition, the background kids' voices you hear in Luca are the voices of real, local children in Italy. So, what's the story behind the appearance of sea monsters? Not only did the team study numerous sculptures found throughout Italy, but also, they studied the ancient depictions of sea monsters that showed up in the Renaissance map Carta Marina, dating back to 1539. The outstanding work of combining the blue and orange lighting over the seaside setting, gives you the feeling that if you were to hug the screen merely, it would warm you for days. In fact, after watching Luca, I feel like eating pasta and gelato in the hot summer sun by the ocean. You will feel the same way too. When life gets you down, do you know what you gotta do? Just keep swimming. On our next place we have Finding Nemo. A lovely movie. Finding Nemo was inspired by the director's childhood trips to the dentist's office, assuming that the fish in the office tank came from the ocean and wanted to go home. The crew were exposed to the aquarium, Hawaii, study sessions from an ichthyologist and in front of Pixar's fish tank, to get an accurate picture of the underwater world because it was essential to the film's success. The truth is that Pixar always plans their characters before you watch them on your TV. Next time you watch Monsters Incorporated, I want you to look closely at a couch in Boo's room, and you'll find a stuffed Nemo toy. In searching for Nemo, look for the boy in the dentist's office who is reading a Mr. Incredible comic book, Anticipating the Incredibles, 2004. Voice actor Jeffrey Rush decided to hold his tongue while saying his lines to sound like Nigel putting Marlin and Dory in his mouth. If you wonder what it sounds like to talk while holding your tongue, then try it, but be careful, or you may bite your tongue. Let's jump to our place number 6. Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head? Well, we all now know what's inside Riley's head. Most of Riley's toddler talk was made up of remaining takes from Monsters Incorporated. Moreover, whenever Riley cries in Inside Out, her tears are real. Do you know why? Because voice actor Caitlin Diaz would picture her cat dying to spark an emotional response to get the tears streaming. The early drafts of Inside Out had a cast of 27 emotions, but to avoid confusing audiences, they were eventually cut down to 5 emotions. Among the removed emotions were envy, pride, surprise, and trust. According to director Pete Docter, the design of each emotion is based on a shape. Joy is a star. Sadness is a teardrop. Fear is a raw nerve. Anger is fireplace brick. Disgust is broccoli, although Doctor likes broccoli. What about you, do you like broccoli? And which emotion you wished it to be included in the list? Wow, already here on place 5. Well, maybe you shouldn't judge people before you get to know them. Shrek was meant to look very different. Early drafts of Shrek show him looking a lot more ogre-y, with a red nose, long ears, missing teeth, and, sandals. He looked much less like the Shrek we all once knew and loved. It's a good thing they made those changes. If you think that only real people can get Hollywood stars, you might be wrong, because fictional characters can have them too. So when you go to LA, you will find a star for Shrek on the Hollywood Walk of Fame given in 2010, and Mike Myers made a speech for the occasion. Surprisingly, Nicolas Cage missed the whole fun as he refused to do Shrek's voice because he thought it was not attractive to be an ogre. So, is Shrek just a random name? Of course, it is not. The name Shrek comes from the German word Schreck, which means fear or terror. But let's face it, our Shrek isn't very scary, just a bit cranky. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment, until it becomes a memory. This brings us to our 4th place. This movie is all about living adventures. The film was inspired by a simple piece of artwork at Pixar. Director Pete Docter said he saw a simple picture of a home sketch supported by balloons at the studio that reflected his desire to escape from daily life. Docter and his animation team captured each character's personality in a unique manner. Carl is a self-enclosed individual who lives in a home, or more accurately, a square box. Nonetheless, Ellie is shown as a lively circle, while Russell is depicted as a balloon, implying that he is full of energy and vitality. Russell's voiceover is one of a kind. Jordan, a guy who portrayed Russell throughout the voiceover process, would run around before delivering his lines in order to convey the restless energy of his characters. In the original tale, Carl did not want to fly his house to fulfill his wife's childhood fantasy. Instead, he just wanted to float up into the sky in order to reach her. However, it was a suicidal notion that was too dark for a child to see. As a result, the authors planned to make Paradise Falls the final distinction. Do you think it was a good ending? We are getting closer and closer. We may have our differences, but nothing's more important than family. And when life gets you down, what do? You play guitar. If you've seen the Disney film Coco, you'll know that the whole film is jam-packed with culture, history, and Latino pride. Throughout the film, an orange flower called the Aztec marigold is seen. In De los Muertos, this flower guides the deceased back to the living. No wonder why they look stunning. A fun fact is that the real location of the Land of the Dead is Guanajuato, a well-known Mexican city. Because of its inhabitants' obsession with supernatural stories, it is known as the Land of Legends. It is also well known for its colorful houses resting on slopes. The film was far too emotional to be prohibited in China. Coco contains a number of themes that are usually forbidden in China. Rumors say that Chinese censor board members were so moved by the film that they made an exception and allowed it to be shown. Musicians should be cautious and pay attention to detail. Examine the scenes where the guitars are played. You'll notice that the characters' fingers match the real chords. If you look closely, you'll see a reference to The Nightmare Before Christmas. When Miguel, like the other skeletons, puts on makeup to blend in with the spirit world, he is supposed to look like Jack Skellington. It's no wonder why it's the best movie of all time. Coco is unlike any film you can think of. When you step outside of your comfort zone, for that's where life truly begins. Rapunzel's world was created by artists who were influenced by the actual world. Mont Saint Michel inspired the kingdom, while Rocamadour inspired the secret valley. So don't forget to check out these places in the future. As Rapunzel's friend, the little chameleon, Pascal, is cute and sassy. He was originally intended to be a squirrel in the film's early stages. What's more interesting is that when they altered the squirrel design to a chameleon, he was supposed to be purple rather than green. Did you realize the age difference between Rapunzel and Flynn? Let me then surprise you with the truth. Flynn is 26 years old, whereas Rapunzel is just 18 years old. That's an 8-year age difference, making them the Disney couple with the greatest age gap. The floating lantern moment is one of the most famous in Tangled, if not all of Disney. Animators agreed to use fireworks at first, but story artist John Ripa came up with the concept of using lanterns instead. To be honest, the floating lanterns were the best choice ever made. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our number one on the list. You've got a friend in me. Got it? When Woody said being there for a child is the most noble thing a toy can do. He was right. When Toy Story was released, it pushed things to a whole new level since it was the first fully computer animated feature film in history. Tinny from the short film Tin Toy was meant to be another main character with Woody, but he was cut. The original Woody was the exact opposite of the harmless cowboy toy we know and adore. Previously, Woody was a villain and a hand puppet dummy. Yes, Woody was the evil guy, and the toys teamed together to fight him. Because animating the distinctive movements of the toy soldiers was more difficult than anticipated. The animators grabbed wooden boards, attached them to their feet, and attempted to move. Furthermore, Sid's home has a horror movie vibe to it. The carpet in Sid's home is similar to the carpet at the Overlook Hotel from the Shining movie. That's why Toy Story taught us those appearances really do trick you, and Lots of Huggin' Teddy Bear was a good example. What do you think about this one? Thank you so much for watching our video. In the comments section below, let us know which 10 facts should we do next. Hit the like button if you like this video and share the knowledge with your friend. Stay tuned for more top 10 TenTastic videos. See you the next time. Bye bye.